All right, we have some late polls that are coming out. This one just shows what's happening in this state, right, Sue? Is it this state, in Nevada? I think it is. The presidential race as it stands right now in this state, Hillary Clinton is up by 7 points. That's the latest numbers we have, and it covers the period that includes not only the latest group of women who've come out to challenge Donald Trump, but also the latest WikiLeaks developments that don't get, frankly, as much attention. The former governor of this fine state, Robert List, with me right now. Governor, very good to have you.
Great to be here. Thank you, Neil.
What do you make of that? 7-point gap? Do you buy that?
I don't buy that. That's the worst one we've seen from the Republican standpoint. But I think it's much lower than that. I think it's very, very close.
Now, this state is always, I don't know how it would be called, like purple, I guess, right?
It is, yeah. We're a swing state. We're a purple state.
Right.
And I think that poll is it's not what I'm seeing or feeling out there. I think it's very tight.
It just so happens to be the latest. It's Monmouth. Other polls nationally, as you might have seen, Governor, show Hillary Clinton has a distinct electoral vote edge.
Yes.
So the pressure's on Donald Trump to try to reverse that. And how does he do that?
Well, of course, he comes into this big debate this week, and I think it's going to mean a whole lot. If he can talk about the need for, come back to the basic need for change in Washington, you know, no more of the same old, same old. I think that what's happened there is that administrations come and administrations go, and K Street stays the same, and the lobbyist core, the fourth branch of government, really, and the internally invested government employees continue their influence from administration to administration. And I think the people are just, they don't like the way it feels. They don't like that sense of there's never any change there. It just kind of goes down.
Donald Trump has said
down.
That rage is underrepresented in the polls. Do you buy that he actually is doing much better than the polls would indicate?
I do. And, you know, the polls, as you know, they've been all over the place.
Indeed.
And so there is a rage there about that. I mean, I feel that. And I've been a part of the, you know, the administration in many ways. I've been part of the establishment.
And, you know, yourself notwithstanding, many of them, I always get a feeling, Governor, don't want Donald Trump to win.
They don't.
That they would be more of a headache for them winning than losing.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well,
that bad blood is not going away.
People like those that are there in Washington, the establishment, they like the way it is. They have their slot. They go home every night. It doesn't matter that much who's in the White House. I think they fear a complete shakeup, a new attitude. And I think he's got to portray that. He needs to certainly talk about the differences that he has.
He doesn't do that sometimes. He veers off on these personal attacks. And I understand the rage where it's coming from, but time's a wasting, right?
Well, it really is a wasting. You know, we have a very short period of time, and he's busy on defending himself on silly stuff, and he's got to get back on track and talk about what needs to be done here in terms of ISIS, in terms of, I liked his talking about inner cities and reviving them. I like the jobs. All of those things are so important. And
are you worried, though, when you see the Hillary Clinton folks going into deep red states, campaigning there, putting up advertising there, that they're not only trying to run out the clock, I think one Republican described as run up the electoral vote,
well,
so that they can turn the House and or Senate?
Yeah, I think that I am worried about that. Do
you think she could do that if she were to win, if these polls were to stick, that she could take one or both houses with her?
Well, I think the Senate in particular, of course, is in play.
Yeah.
The House to some degree. I don't think she's going to take the House, but and I think there's a good chance we're still going to hold on to the Senate. But if he'll get back on track, you know, and talk about how important it is on the appointments of the Supreme Court, I mean, that alone ought to bring a lot of Republicans home. That just maybe they don't.
It hasn't yet, and maybe others materialize. But do you think that after this election, it's just going to be a fractured party?
If she wins, and maybe even if he wins,
either way,
there's got to be some healing take place.
Right.
Absolutely, because a lot of people just feel like who've worked in the party for a long time, just feel like they've been left behind, They liked it the way it was before, just comfortable going forward.
Right.
And so it's the Republican National Committee is going to see some changes. I think there'll be quite a bit of fractured party.
All right, we'll see what happens. Governor, thank you for taking the time.
Nice to be here.